I'd like to dedicate this month's learning Le'ilu Nishmas Broya Bas Shlomo and Yehudis Bas Meir. Rosh Chodesh Nissan. To me, that means one thing. It's Pesach in 2 weeks. Sorry to freak everyone out, but it's also very exciting because this week in Mirat Hashem we're going to be starting to read the book of Vayikra, and almost the whole Sefer took place on the 1st of Nissan 2449, Mishkan dedication day. This was commanded to Moshe in Shemos Perek Mem Posuk Beis, B'yom HaChodesh HaRishon Be'echad LaChodesh Talkim Es HaMishkan. Moshe was commanded on the first day of the first month, i.e. on the 1st of Nisan, that he should set up the Mishkan. You might think that because there were 7 days of Miluim, the 7 days of preparation for the running up to the starting and the inauguration of the Mishkan, that actually that's happened by Yom HaShmini on the 8th day of Nisan. But in fact, Seder Olam Rabbah, Zion Beis tells us, Hischilu Sheva Yimei Miluim B'Kaf Gimel Ba'Adar. They started doing the days of Miluim on the 23rd of Adar. Uve Echad B'Nisan Shilmu. And on the first day of Nisan, it was complete. What else happened on the 1st of Nisan? The very first mitzvah given to Bnei Israel as a nation was given to us on the 1st of Nisan. And that is given to us in Shemos Perek Yud Beis Posuk Beis. HaChodesh Hazeh Yeh Lachem Rosh Chodeshim. This month shall be for you the head of months. Bnei Israel, after being released from slavery in Egypt, they hadn't yet left Egypt. They were given the mitzvah of sanctifying time and sanctifying time through the new months and following the moon. What's so unique about that? That's so important? Because when a person is a slave, their time is not their own. When a person is free, they have to decide what they do with their time. And it's very amazing to think what people do with their time shows what's important to them. It's also about measuring time. If someone's an accountant, what's important to them? The fiscal year, the tax year. If someone's a student, the academic year, because they change year groups and everything, they get new teachers. People measure time by what's important and what is the focus of their lives. We measure time according to the moon. And we set up our calendar according to the moon rather than the sun. In Hebrew, the word for month is chodesh, which is very similar to the word chadash, which is new, because the moon represents newness and renewal. The unique feature of the moon is that it appears to us down here on earth to wax and wane, to disappear and reappear, to grow, diminish and grow again. But the changes of the moon tell us something. It diminishes until it almost disappears. But then, when things look their darkest, there is hope. And the same is true for us. We may be, for whatever reason, in a difficult situation, and we might think that there's no hope for something better. But nothing is static and set in stone. Human beings have been given the power of renewal. The moon is the symbol of renewal, never-ending reminder of the struggle against the steady, cyclical, repetitive, predetermined march of time and nature. But the moon shows us renewal. We have the opportunity to begin afresh a new cycle at the very point when things seem so dark and so hidden. I'd like to share with you something that I read from the writings of Shimshon Raphael Hirsch. And I'm going to read what he says. He says, when Hashem set out to create for himself a nation that would accept and obey his law, the very first institution that Hashem gave us as a nation was not the revelation, wasn't Matan Torah, but Chodesh, the institution of rejuvenation and atonement, of the hope and faith in the future. This thread of rejuvenation, atonement, and constant recreation runs through the entire code of laws of our lives as individuals and as a nation, from Rosh Chodesh to Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, from Shabbos to Shemitah and Yovel. It reflects the same fundamental facts and concepts that are symbolized also by the Mikdash, with its ritual offerings representing atonement and renaissance. Paganism is hopelessly caught in the iron shackles of the past. Not so Judaism. Borne aloft upon the wings of its liberating and saving God, Judaism knows only how to move forward and into the future. There is one art that parents and educators should learn above all and practice when dealing with children, and that is the art of being able to forget. It is not to the past, but to the future that our work should be directed. Not to the past, but to the future is the foundation upon which we must place our hopes and which we must look for our triumphs. He is ready at any time to erase the past in order to open the gates to a new and better future. Let us regard yesterday as if it had never been. Those are the words from Shimshon Raphael Hirsch. Now, when we say the word shana, which is the word for year, it also could be leshanot, to change or to repeat. Now, the sun is the symbol of unchanging. Every day it rises in the east, it sets in the west, day in, day out. It's great because it's consistency, but it moves round and round. It's a cycle. But we're hoping that we live our lives not only as just a cycle, but a spiral. Hopefully every year we move up a stage. But also hopefully every year we take with us the message of Chodesh. Uvetuvo machadesh b'chol yom tomid ma'aseh bereshis. In his goodness, Hashem renews on us each day the creation. Every day we have the opportunity of his chadshus, a new vitality, a new excitement, and a new depth. The mitzvah of Rosh Chodesh, as I said, was given to us in the month of renewal, in the month of Nissan. After the harsh winter ends and we start, the plants begin to rejuvenate. It's Chodesh HaAviv, the month of springtime. We start saying the bracha for when we see the blossoms appearing on fruit trees in the month of Nissan. Nature expresses itself as freedom in the month of Nissan. Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim, and according to the Zohar, Mitzrayim comes from the same word as Meitzar, Min HaMeitzar, Meitzarim. We are in narrow straits. We are in a squashed place, like almost like a bud waiting to break forth and, show its blossoms to the world, which is like all contained in this small, tight, narrow bud. When Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim, he extricated us from the place of constricted narrow, where our movements were severely limited and our time was not our own. We couldn't do what we wanted. Hashem set us free from Egypt, particularly in Nisan and particularly on Pesach. We have the power to go beyond our nature, to go beyond our confined Meitzar. And Rabbi Dr. Akiva Tatz, in his book Living Inspired, if anyone wants to look it up, it's on page 145, he says, the spiritual forces operating at Pesach time each year are such that the Jewish people, and in fact any individual Jew, can achieve the impossible if these forces are used. An attempt to leap up, to reach a whole new level of sensitivity or a personality development can have a degree of success if undertaken on Pesach, which may be far more difficult at another time of the year. There is a special divine assistance offered at this time which makes achievements on many levels of growth possible in one leap, which under normal circumstances which would require many levels in gradual sequence. The very word Pesach means leap over. At a deeper level, the connotation is that of leaping over levels of growth which would not ordinarily be able to be attained at one time. I hope that each one of us will have his chadshus at this Rosh Chodesh, at this very special time, on the anniversary of the Mishkan dedication day. And as we approach Pesach, we should think to ourselves, like we came out of Egypt, we came out of the Meitzarim, and we achieved national unity and tremendous things, we have this unique opportunity to achieve anything that perhaps would previously be unachievable. I hope everybody has a wonderful Chodesh, a wonderful Shabbos, and I hope all the preparations go well.